may be seated.
Hello, Your Honor. This is a
Hello.
case of Rash versus Fuentes.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Good day, everyone. Mr. Rash, you are here today seeking the results of paternity tests for your 2 children. You claim your wife, Ms. Fuentes, has cheated on you repeatedly. You say she once left you for another man, slept with 5 brothers from the same family, and even had the name of another guy tattooed on her body.
Yes, Your Honor.
Somehow you claim you've always found it in your heart to forgive her.
Yes, Your Honor.
But you admit that all of her cheating has left you filled with the doubt that you are indeed your children's biological father.
Yes, Your Honor.
Now, Ms. Fuentes, you don't deny you've cheated over the years, but you claim your husband was never really your type.
Correct.
And though you love him, you've never really been in love with him.
Yes, ma'am.
Today, you've also brought another man to court who is waiting outside, who you believe could also be the father of one of your children.
Yes, ma'am.
Now, Ms. Fuentes, I have to start with you. Don't you believe Mr. Rash has good reason to doubt paternity?
I do, in fact. Actually, I have cheated on him. I'm going to admit that. But he knew from the get-go, like, look, my past, I grew up in foster care. I didn't have the best childhood. But he knew when we first got together that in order to move forward, I told him everything. And I told him, look, don't use my past against me. I was still in love with my
That's a lie, Your Honor. Let me tell you why that's a lie.
Mr. Rash, how did you find out she was cheating on you?
I found out that she cheated on me through text messages that she had in her phone, people on Craigslist, men that, you know, incriminating messages, something that should never, ever been on her phone.
We weren't together.
It doesn't matter.
No,
even when we were together.
Even when we were together. That makes no sense,
Even when we were together.
So you found the text messages?
Yes, ma'am.
What did they say?
They said about her hooking up with them. I mean, right there.
So did you confront her?
Yeah, I confront her. She gets mad and we get, you know, she
We were
says
not
she
together,
done.
Your Honor, because he knew my issues, that I did sleep around, and that this family meant a lot to me, whether or not I slept with her 5 sons or not.
It doesn't even matter.
That's my fault, and I will admit that. And
You shouldn't even be over there like that. You should be spending time with your family that you have, that you married with us, the kids,
But who
me.
wants to be with somebody that when it's nothing
So now,
fighting?
Mr. Rash, let me be clear. You, in your mind, in your opinion, you felt like we're together.
Yeah, we're
and
together.
And so during the time of conception,
yeah,
you think you're still in a relationship.
Yeah. And then she said that, you know, like, all of a sudden, now we ain't together, that this happened, and, you know, I'm just supposed to to take it?
I mean, yeah, if I say I'm done, I'm done.
But you ain't done. Evidently, you ain't done because you keep coming back.
I had gotten with another dude, okay? And I was taking care of my kids. He actually took my kids. I asked him to please take care, you know, while I go to work, can you at least watch them? He took the kids and wouldn't let me see them for over 6 months. He would not let me talk or see to my kids. There was maybe 2 times at the end of the 6 months that he actually let me see my kids.
Is that true, Mr. Rash?
Yes, Your Honor. I'll explain why.
Please do.
I did take them for 6 months because I felt like she wasn't being a mother. She wanted to sit there and go out and have sex and drink.
That's what he wanted to
and
think.
go have fun and party and stuff like that.
You
and
took
then
it on.
she left him in covered clothes, sold diapers.
You've really stepped up and you feel like you've been the father to these children.
I got something to say,
Yes, ma'am. I was there
Even
from day
with your
one.
doubts.
Yes, ma'am. I was there from day one. They're tattooed to my arms, you know.
Were you working throughout the pregnancy?
Yes, ma'am. I'm an auto mechanic.
On and off, he always got fired. He was getting beat up by his bosses because he don't know what he's doing.
I do mobile. You know, I even work at shops.
So you say you held a job?
Yes, ma'am.
And you contribute to the household and support your children? Mr. Rash, you have the children.
Yes, ma'am.
You're raising them.
Yes, ma'am.
As your own.
Yes, ma'am.
Solely.
Yes, ma'am.
Right?
Yes,
he wouldn't
ma'am.
allow
But all
me to.
the while, even while you're caring for them for 6 months and stepping up to the plate and thinking that you're keeping them away from their mother that's not being a good mother, in your mind, you just don't know for sure if they're yours?
Well, I mean, just because of all the cheating that she's done, I mean, regardless that I don't want them to think any different of me, and I don't want them to think any different.
And I will admit, Your Honor, he is a good dad. You know, he has good intentions, but the way he goes about things, he's too busy worrying about what me and him is going to do.
You have another man's
he does not take
tattoo
the
to
best
your body.
Yes, but you knew from the beginning that I I was never in love with you, that I was
You
having
never was
issues,
in love with
and
me.
I didn't want
Okay,
to be
but
with
all
you.
these lies,
I tried to
the
make it work.
deceitfulness.
I tried to make it work.
This is what I don't get. You stand here, you talk about Mr. Rash, he's this, he's that, he's too soft. You married him, though.
I did because I loved him at one point in time. If he would spend
You
the
had
time
sex
actually
with the
being a
brothers.
husband, that he likes to
Specifically,
push my
tell me
buttons.
what happened and how you ended up cheating.
Me and him had gotten in an argument because he was too busy accusing me. Oh, you did this to the mailman.
I didn't even
did this
accuse
to the
you
go-"
of anything at that
Anybody
point.
in anything.
I didn't even know any of
He accuses me
that.
of doing anything. You know what I mean? To make himself feel better, he likes to pick and choose. Well, we had agreed to split up. I told him, look, I'm leaving.
We
I'm going
didn't
away for a
agree
couple days
nothing.
because she had called me and asked me and said, we're having a picnic, a 4th of July picnic. Would you like to come over? I said yes. I went over there, and my ex-boyfriend, which is one of her sons, he was actually in prison at the time. And we were having a good time, and I will admit, me and her son, Chuck, we had a sexual relation that night.
But if you were such in love with the other brother, why would you have sex with the other brother?
To be honest
no
with you,
sense.
what do you mean? I wasn't in love
That
with
make
that
no
brother.
sense.
I wasn't
That make
in love
no
with
sense.
that brother.
All right.
I wasn't in love with that brother.
Listen, I want to hear from the brother. She actually admits to having sex, too. I want to hear what he has to say. Jerome, will you please escort Mr. Judd into the courtroom, please? If you want more episodes of Paternity Court, make sure to subscribe and click on the notification bell. Ms. Fuentes, Mr. Judd is the man that you also
ma'am.
say could be the father.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. I'll ask this just because you are in the courtroom, sir, and I want to hear directly from you. Did you have sex with Ms. Fuentes?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. Now, what was the nature of your relationship?
Pretty much just family friend.
And so just a family friend.
Right.
Do you believe you're her child's father?
Not really. Don't look like me at all.
Looks don't matter. She could take after my family. She
But
looks
the
like
time
me.
of conception matches. You understand that, right? That at the time child was conceived, you were sleeping with her.
Correct. But she says 5 days in a 5-day radius, but I don't believe that either.
She never told me once that this could be a possibility. I didn't find out until like almost
A year
time
later.
that my other daughter came about that could have been a possibility.
We understand.
This is
All right. We're going to have the results in a moment. You may take a seat. Thank you so much. Mrs. Judd, will you please step up to the podium? Now, we've heard some very interesting testimony that suggests that Ms. Fuentes had sex with pretty much all your sons.
Not all of them.
Not all of them.
Oh, how many you got?
I got 10.
Ooh, all boys?
I got 3 girls.
Ooh, it's just like my grandmother, 7 and 3.
I got
all
the
right.
dirty dozen.
So she had sex with several of your sons. What
I
do
was
you
young.
What do you
Started out real
feel
young.
about that?
She'll do anything in the world for me, and I'll do anything in the world for her. I love her children. Her children look at me like a grandmother, and I look at her like a daughter. And seriously, I think the only reason why Chuck would say that it wasn't his if it is, or he thinks it ain't his, because the fact that she did sleep with his brothers, he's afraid what they're going to think.
So it's an embarrassment factor.
That's what I think. She's really a good person, but I mean, everybody puts her down. You know, you can't, I can understand sometimes, you know what I mean? But my boys has got to understand it takes 2 people to tango, if you know what I mean. And if they didn't take their turns, if you know what I mean, then she wouldn't have been in this predicament as far as that goes. She's not
And
the
if
only
she
one there.
didn't take all the turns,
Right.
she wouldn't be in this predicament.
Right, that's true.
Have
But it
you
also
talked to
takes
her
them
about
too.
that?
It also takes them too.
She is talking to me about it.
So now, let me ask you this. What are you hoping for from today's results?
You want the truth? I hope Chuck is the father.
You do.
Yes, I do.
Let's get back to the issue of denying paternity. Do you feel like the children in question are yours?
I do feel like that because of the multiple cheating on me and whatnot.
Being that she was born within the marriage, you were presumed to be her father. There's a presumption of paternity. You signed
That's the reason
birth
why I
certificate.
married her, because I thought she was pregnant with my child. I never cheated, never once. Always been a part of my daughter's lives. You know.
You have been there, yes. And
Yes.
props to you for that,
How
but
do
you
you
are
figure
not
that?
perfect.
Otherwise, I'd be
last
walking
night-
on water.
You're not perfect, Chris.
So, Mr. Rash, it seems like you're feeling really hurt. What do you want from today? What is it?
Just want my kids to be mine, and you know, I'm just gonna continue doing what I'm doing.
Do you still want a relationship with Miss Fuentes?
You know what? In light of all this, no. I mean, like, I don't even care anymore.
Thank God.
Miss Fuentes, I want to know from you. What do you want from today? What are you hoping for?
I just want the truth. Like, I honestly am confused on who is, like, I don't know. And
Yeah,
I
that'd
just
be
want,
the first thing that ever came true out of your mouth. If
Oh, whatever.
this comes
Christopher,
out.
everything, like,
For real.
literally. No, nothing. You're
For
mad
real.
because I'm too blunt, sweetie. You're
No,
mad
I'm
because
mad
I'm too
because
blunt.
you lie,
No,
and you're
how
deceitful.
am I lying? I'm telling the truth. You don't
I
want to
can't
see it
tell.
in your
I
head
can't
because
tell.
it's the
You
truth.
always lied to
All
me.
right, well, I'll tell you what else will tell the truth, those DNA results.
Thank God.
So let's go to the results.
There you go, Your Honor.
Thank you, Jerome. These results were prepared by DNA Diagnostics. In the case of Rash versus Fuentes, when it comes to 1-year-old Christina, Mr. Rash, you are her father. How you feel?
Happy.
Good. All right, Jerome, may I have the next envelope, please? Mr. Judd, I need you to stand, please. Ms. Judd, you may have a seat.
Thank you.
Thank you. In the case of Rash versus Fuentes, in which Mr. Rash or Mr. Judd could be the father, when it comes to 2-year-old Gabriella, Mr. Judd, you are the father.
Oh my God. I'll
Why are
never
you
forgive
crying?
you for that. I'll never forgive you for that. Never.
She deserves to know.
No,
It
she
ain't about
don't
me and
deserve
you.
to know.
Yes, she does.
You lied to her and you lied to me. I'll never forgive you. Never.
Oh, my God.
You should have never, ever did that. Should have been straight up front.
Why are you so emotional, Miss Fuentes?
Because I knew it. I knew it. And if I didn't think that, I wouldn't have said nothing. You know what I mean? But
And you know what? It's not going to change. It's not going to change anything. Whether she ain't mine biologically, I signed the birth certificate, I cut the cord, she was there from day one. She's mine. She's staying with me. Nobody else.
I feel your pain. You said to the court clearly you wanted both children to be yours. But at least
She resides
you
in my
have
home.
the truth. And as Ms. Fuentes said, and I do agree with her, your daughter is entitled to the truth.
I don't believe this.
I grew up not having parents. It's not
You know what?
fair.
You grew up ridiculous. Your
Yeah,
parents
I
were
did.
not there.
Yeah,
Your
and how
parents
was
were
that
not
my fault?
there.
It wasn't
My
my
parents
fault.
have been there
It
since
wasn't
day
my
one.
fault.
No, it may not have been your fault, but you want everybody to feel sorry for you.
No, I don't.
Yes,
I'm
you
the
do.
last person who wants
Boo-hoo.
somebody to feel sorry for me.
You know, whatever.
Last person.
Last person what?
Last person.
what? You don't learn nothing.
In your picture, in your mind, Chris.
Yeah,
you
let
want
me
something
paint
you
the
can't
picture
have.
for you.
I am good. I'm good.
Yeah, you're good. Okay, you're good. That's why
Now
we're
we
here.
know. Thank
That's
you.
why
Now
we're
we
here.
know.
Everyone in this room feels your pain. But
No, they
the
don't feel my
science-
pain.
No,
They just feel
we do.
they feel something, but they don't feel what I'm feeling. They didn't go through that. I did.
Do you want to watch Paternity Court on TV? Go to paternitycourt.tv to find your local listings. Mr. Judd, you're standing there quietly. Are you in shock?
Not in shock.
How do you feel?
Guess I did what I did. I got to deal with it.
When you say deal with it, you mean?
Child support.
But how about being a father?
Of course I will, but I won't be with her.
You have no desire to be with Ms. Fuentes.
It would take two, and
Not at
I
all.
feel the same way. Like, we're just not going down that road.
You see your beautiful little girl?
It's my daughter. She carries my last name.
She ain't got your blood.
You
Still, Chris,
done
I know you are a good
everything.
Don't talk to me no
You're a
more.
good father.
No,
I'm
don't
trying to
talk to
help
me
you
no
out.
more.
I know you're hurt.
Don't
and
talk
I'm
to
sorry.
me no more. I did the stand-up thing to raise a family because she was pregnant and I thought she was mine. Not because she had lied to me.
You all have done what you've done. You've had the relationships that you've had. You've gotten along. You've not gotten along. It's been a one-night stand, a marriage. Everything that has happened has come to this. Where now we have the truth, and you have to figure out how to move forward. This is going to require you all to step up to the plate and be the adults, the mature adults that maybe you don't feel like being, but for her sake, you have to. I wish you all the best of luck. Court is adjourned. Mr. Rash. Come here. Jerome, will you bring Mr. Rash up to the bench, please?
Come on up.
Where do we go from here?
You did the right thing. You just have to trust yourself enough to know you're going to continue to do the right thing. You understand? It's going to be day by day, moment by moment.
The right thing is to still be there. I don't.
Listen, it takes DNA to become a father, but it takes love to be a daddy. You're her daddy. Are we clear? Don't give up for her sake.
But I don't care what the paper says. She's my daughter.
Be good to her and be good to yourself. I believe in you.